Hi everyone. So today I wanted to talk about why I'm starting a YouTube channel. I was a contractor doing being an AI analyst, and I was there about 14 months and was suddenly laid off with about 125 other people. I was laid off so quickly. I was planning to stay on like at least 2 years because I knew some people were there for like 2 years or more. And I was sort of half prepared that I may be that I may be laid off suddenly. And I did sort of passively look for a job in case something happened. But this happened way faster than I expected. So I got laid off. It was like, okay, this is uncomfortable, but I need to do something here. I didn't really want to go back to looking for finding a job. I had been reading on LinkedIn that there were so many people getting laid off, and a lot of people were posting GoFundMe links. They were actually desperate and asking people for money. And there's a lot of people doing that on LinkedIn. It's really hard. I've also learned that a lot of companies really, they're putting out jobs just to get traction and popularity on their company site, but the jobs really are not really there. Also, I've learned that I think about 10% of the jobs like on LinkedIn and other job sites are not real jobs. They're just there, and the same job sits there for month after month after month, and they don't really hire people for those jobs. And there's a lot of fake recruiters and people trying to get people's personal information, posting fake jobs. And I didn't want to go back to the routine of looking for work, falling into some kind of job that was going to make me small, keep me as a contractor, underpay me for my skills and my education, and just wind up wherever I was going to wind up. I mean, I would have liked to have gone back working in HR, but HR jobs were not there in jobs that I was really fully qualified for. So I made the decision, I'm going to go out on my own. I'm seeing people on YouTube. They are doing really well. They've got lots of subscribers. They're also finding other sources of income like ghostwriting, or maybe they're writing books or something. And I just decided that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go back to work and work for a corporation that could lay me off at any time. They don't value my work, and just staying small, never learning anything new. And I thought, I'm a creative person and I like to write, and I have some experience doing videos. I've been on YouTube for I think 7 or 8 years. Since 2017, I think one of my channels had, but I really didn't know enough to really get it off the ground. My one YouTube channel, Walk Bam, I was starting to really put a lot of time in, and I wrote a PDF book, trying to sell that on Gumroad. But between that channel and this one, I couldn't split my time. I mean, one channel, trying to get it off the ground, especially for someone like me, takes so much work, planning, effort, time, consistency, that you really have to be dedicated to it and commit your time. I could only just do one. I couldn't manage two channels. So I have learned that getting subscribers and getting regular viewers is vitally important to growing my channel. And if you are somebody that wants to start a YouTube channel, tune in. You'll see the mistakes I'm making, the progress I'm making, what it is taking for me to do what I'm doing, and other people on LinkedIn that sometimes check my channel. They may be looking for jobs for over a year and be unemployed all that time. And I just don't think it's a good idea to go out there like everything is the same and look for traditional jobs out there. There just doesn't seem to be the plentiful jobs that used to be like there. out there, and times have changed. I think people really need to find ways um, to help themselves earn income and not rely on companies who may or may not be hiring, fighting, hundreds and thousands of other people applying, looking for a job, looking for work. I don't think it's a predictable place. I don't think it's like it was, a few years ago. There were jobs out there. You knew, I could always find a job in one of my fields, and people would hire me as a contractor. They would even train me in my work. Companies aren't doing that anymore. It's just not the same. The job market is no longer the same. And I don't think it's a good idea to take your time and keep going out there with your resume and applying for jobs on these job boards, thinking you're going to find a job. And if you have a home, a car, a family you're supporting, I would say it's just even more risky to look for a job in the traditional way, posting your resume around and things like that, applying for jobs. I think your chances are probably better to start your own content creator YouTube channel or something like that, offering really helpful ideas and information to people, supporting people, telling your story. I'm going to continue writing Kindle books. I may do courses. Maybe I'll do consulting. There's so many things you can do when you're going your own way and not relying on these companies for your income. There's hundreds of thousands of people getting laid off. That is really a big deal I'm seeing on LinkedIn. I don't want to put myself at risk, and I am starting a YouTube channel as my main focus right now to build my audience, get some subscriptions. I know I have a lot to offer. I have a life's worth of jobs I've held in the past, my education and training. I've been in mental health, for example. I've taught at a university. There's lots of things I can do. And I'm also a believer in the Lord Jesus Christ. I pray, every day. I know He is supporting me. I look to God for guidance. And other people, faith-based creators, I think you can look to the Lord and get yourself a YouTube channel. Even if you're not, I welcome you to my channel. I want to encourage you, no matter who you are. But putting my faith in the Lord helps me understand YouTube could be the beginning of a ministry that I would like to do for the Lord, being in His kingdom, and helping share the gospel and share my testimony and the beautiful things He's done for me. I am thankful every day for what God has given me. My life has gotten better incrementally since I became a believer in the Lord Jesus Christ. So I know that it could happen for you. I believe I can be successful as a YouTube creator. And as I continue my walk and continue learning and growing here on YouTube, I hope you will join me, subscribe, join my community, talk to me about what you're doing, and maybe some of the obstacles you're facing, or maybe the fears or challenges you feel as reasons why you haven't started a YouTube yet. And all my friends on LinkedIn that I used to work with, welcome. I hope you're here to see my progress. If you want to get into doing YouTube, I'm happy to share what I'm learning, and I would love to connect and just encourage you. If you need to, break out. Do something new. Do something that you're interested in. You don't have to stay stuck looking for those jobs, and they're not paying you what you deserve. They're not paying you what you're worth. I'm at ground zero, just sharing. I will continue to share, and I'm going to have different topics on this channel. What to do when you've been laid off, the loss of identity because you no longer hold that job title. It is kind of a lonely walk. You are here relying on yourself. I can't afford to pay staff doing administrative things or technical things for me. So I am on my own, but it gives me a lot of freedom to choose where I want to go. So my topics are going to be being laid off, starting a new YouTube channel, being a content creator. I'm also on Substack. That's my second place I go a lot. And Rumble. Rumble has been really good to me. I'm getting a lot of views on Rumble. I'm actually doing better there than I am here. But I want to keep going on YouTube and have this be my main channel. Have a good night or day, wherever you are.